How to Create a Glitch Monologues Season 22 Chapter 3. This is Season 22 of How to Create a Glitch in the Matrix Monologues Episode 3. In this episode, we will be talking about the impact of substitution resulting in contradiction, as described in the last several episodes. Consensuality has holes through which others partake in an intersubjectivity, either as a conjoined consensuality or as a spatial non-consensuality. Dissonant consensualities likewise exist in proximity to us through these selfsame holes, or blind spots which manifests as spatial non-consensuality. However, it is also through these blind spots, or holes, that we experience deference in our stream of conscious experience. When we generate logical statements, these statements pass into our consensuality, animating it, but when deference occurs, that is, when consensuality involutes, the result is a statement of contradiction, which represents a non-consensual hole in the continuity of the consensual space created by logical coherence. Thus, the plugging of the hole through consensual multi-contextuality can generate a new, and temporary, completely continuous consensuality. What is the phenomenology of existing in a completely consensual space? Pure solipsism. When you step into an unbroken consensual space, it becomes animated by your thoughts, memories, dreams and action. People become characters, imbued with reality only through your reactive thoughts. Which is to say that these reactive thoughts draw you out of your consensuality and back into the reality of a dissonant consensuality segregated from others by your non-consensuality. Thus, this state of pure consensuality, albeit possible to maintain through a lack of attachment, belies the fundamental interconnectedness of your mind with others, because others exist only as automatons or manifestations of your shadow self. That is to say, they will act dialectically to you, because it is the only way to maintain the appearance that reality is not a facade. But more than that, your reactive thoughts represent the direction, how they know who they are and who you are, what the context is. All of this draws together into the narratives that con you into thinking that this is real. But solipsism is not the answer. It is only one facet of being. A being which for the consensual actor is closed off from the dualism of self which preserves the real autonomy of others. Sure, consensuality breaks down the orderly operation of sociality, but that doesn't make it any more real than the division of self and duality. To truly see past the veil is to accept that we may all be in all, but it is equally acceptable to be many. I would also hasten to add that the power structure, virtue signaling of the masses is part of the substrate which generates our reactive thought. By assigning identity through outward appearance and self-attributions, we are ensuring that we generate a projection for each other, to create contextual meaning, to obscure the reality that it is mere facade. That's the end of the podcast for today. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment and subscribe.